Hey guys, I just had the opportunity to go wakeboarding, to be on a boat, which was super cool actually, because just a few days ago I was telling my cousin that I would love to manifest this summer, some, friends to have a boat, and someone just invited me today, and it was very aligned, and it was very cold, very, very cold. So I actually did not spend much time in the water, did a tiny bit of wakeboarding, and you can see it in my stories on Instagram and Facebook. And you should be watching my stories because I post a lot of funny stuff, just like stuff that makes me laugh, and some cute animal videos sometimes, and then just a lot of stuff about the nervous system and about healing and about self-care and rest and, good stuff. Anyway, so today's video, I wanted to talk about how it's not so much what you do, it's the energy or emotion that you're doing it from. So an example could be journaling. I was really, really into journaling when I first started my healing journey, from Dr. Sarno's books and, just like that. But it was before I discovered Curable and The Way Out and Schubiner. So anyway, I was really into journaling, and sometimes I would journal and just be going through the motion, and it was actually more dysregulating to my nervous system. Now looking back, I can tell it was like not the thing my nervous system needed. But sometimes, especially when we are healing and learning all of these things that we quote unquote should do, and kind of perfectionistic by nature, which a lot of people who are struggling with body issues are, high achievers, perfectionistic, like I'll be the best healer, I'll do all the things. And so sometimes journaling might not really be in alignment, or I started actually just journaling positive things instead of journaling, in an angry way if I wasn't really feeling it, after, kind of feeling good sometimes, and forcing myself to journal in an angry way, and then just, kind of reassessing. For me, that was not a net positive. So I see this all the time with my clients, where they will learn about the modules that I have, right, in my Alignment Academy, and they will just binge on the modules and go through all the things and go through all the workbooks, and still not get to the result that they want faster. And so it's not really about what you do, it's the energy you're doing it from. And you can even think of, if it sounds weird for me to say the energy you're doing it from, you could say the nervous system state that you're doing it from. So if you are coming from fight or flight, so fight meaning, it may be like some frustration, but actually generally flight actually has more pain relieving qualities. So of all of them, that one, it's an interesting one. But say you're coming from flight, that is very, very common for people healing from chronic pain. And this is what I mean by flight. I never really thought of it this way before, but we are not usually chased by a tiger in our modern society, but we could be running from imperfection. So running from, or actually, so the feeling that if we just did more, if we could achieve more, if, just basically don't rest, there's no time to, be lazy, because you should be doing things all of the time. If I was a little more perfect, then I would feel safe. That's the basic message of flight. And so we're constantly like chasing or running from this feeling of imperfection. And so thinking of flight that way, a lot of people, when they're healing, they first, realize that they have not known this whole way of approaching their emotions and being nice to themselves, and the things they're supposed to do, maybe meditate and breathe, and you might hear different people say different things, and it can get really confusing, and you could read different books and everyone's telling you something slightly different, and you can sometimes even get really hung up on I was in a healing group with someone that their main question was this person says to journal 20 minutes and this person says to journal 15 or 30 or whatever it was. And he was just like, what is the right answer? And instead, what I invite people to do is to really turn within and see how it feels to you. Because something that's regulating to my nervous system, I love dancing, but someone else might be completely petrified with dancing, right? It might not be regulating to their nervous system at all. And sometimes it's not even to mine, right? If I turn to comparing myself or, judging myself. But when I get in the flow, that is very regulating. It's so powerful. I love it. And a lot of people don't really know what those things are that bring them joy. But I want to offer that you getting into alignment is worth hours of you doing this busy work of the things you're supposed to do for healing that don't really align with you. When I'm talking about alignment, starting to really notice how you're feeling in your body and the time that you feel in the safe state, the calm state of the nervous system, the things are going to be okay state, that parasympathetic calm state. That is what I'm talking about with alignment. And the more and more you're reaching for little moments of that, little glimmers of that, those feelings of safety and alignment, then the more your nervous system can get out of that fight or flight or freeze or fawn, which is just shutting down. In freeze and in fawn is people pleasing and codependency, wanting everyone to be happy so that you can be happy. And usually these are really well-meaning adaptive responses, right? These are survival states. And we're trying to be the best at healing that we can. We take the information that we get and it is confusing and we're trying to figure out how to do it best. So what I'm suggesting is it's not about the how. It's really not about if you journal 15 or 20 minutes or if you don't journal at all and you do a cold plunge. There's people into cold plunges. That's not for me. I'm so proud of myself that I went in the cold reservoir today. I only lasted one time until I fell and it took my breath away. So the cold is not for me, but I'm progressing because I used to just not even go in cold water and I did that today. But it wasn't super regulating for my nervous system. That was a stretch. I want to do things that are easy for my nervous system, things that are downstream. And I'm going to talk about downstream in another video. And actually, this is probably long enough for today. The main message, I'm just going to reiterate one last time. Do things, start to notice for you things that are regulating, things that are nourishing. And it might be taking a nap. It might be even watching a show guilt-free. Just the main thing is that it's restorative, that it's, that you're there's a net positive for you. It's not draining for you. And I promise you that doing more of those things will be so much more powerful than being super perfect at someone's regiment that they swear is going to work for you. This is a personal journey. Your body is the real live feedback. It's your real live, minute to minute, second to second barometer and feedback of where you're feeling things. If you're feeling stressed, if you're in those survival states, getting really familiar with what your body is feeling and how it feels to be calm and how it feels to be in that safe state and noticing that and feeling that more and more. And that will help your brain not produce the pain. It will help your immune system fight off disease better. It reduces inflammation. Like being in this parasympathetic calm state is so, so healing for your body. And excuse me. And the main thing for doing that is doing more of those things that you love. Doing more, starting to find out if you've forgotten, like think of things you used to do as a child. But, for me, this journey started and I was really like hard on myself with self-care time. Like I thought, okay, for self-care, I'll learn to play an instrument and I'll, walk the dog, because that way I'm like walking and like walking the dog. Like it was, learning to play an instrument was not super like relaxing for me. And so anyway, learn for you what those things are that help you get to that parasympathetic calm state. Do that more and more, and your body knows where to heal from there. That is the rest and repair state of the body. The nervous system controls all of the systems of the body. So getting to believe and to feel and to really viscerally feel that things are going to be okay. You're going to figure it out. You don't need to figure it all out right now. There's some beauty around you. There's maybe like the sun peeking through some clouds, or there's like a little duck with some ducklings, just like looking for these little things in life and feeling those good feelings and stretching them out, milking them out. That will help the most. So do more of that for healing. It's not about what you do, it's how you feel. Okay, bye-bye.